I wanted to do a charm throw in here. I'm realizing spirit is just really diving into the energy. We really in areas for real. I say, my name is Latia Study Readings on here, so the Chicken Book readings with me down below. But I haven't done a charm throw in here in some time, and I wanted to do a charm throw. And the bag is ready, the energy's ready. We're ready. So we're just gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and set up the space to give it a room, to give it energy, without nothing falling through the motherfucking cracks. Okay, this shit like that to be happening. Okay. Am I one? Am I journalistic? Alright. Yeah. I'm feeling a quiet, soft, heavy energy. I'm seeing a baked pie. Rhubarb pie, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. Yeah, those pies in particular. Ooh. It's almost like an old person energy, but they don't want to be called an old person. But they also said old person energy. It gives. I'm hearing a forced destination or destined of self. I'm feeling like tingly on my arm. This arm in particular, my left arm, like tingly. Almost like possibly always rubbing it. I'm seeing like the ice pack, the old school ice pack where it almost looks like this, but it's like tight at the top and they're red and like rubber, silicone. It's like old school remedies and methods. I'm feeling like a feeling right here at the top of my head as well. And I've been itching my foot like this from the bottom, like itching my leg with my foot, excuse me. It's crazy. I've been hot this whole time and the air hasn't kicked in. As soon as I started this, I was cool. I didn't mind the temperature and energy and the air kicked in. So being too cold can be significant. Being in a cold element, being in a cold space. It's almost like they're a slow talker, or like it it's almost like you know if you sit around long enough, you'll get wisdom, you'll get stories, you'll get history, you'll get messages, you'll get recipes, you'll get game. Like it's the way that they do things though, and it's like they have these small little ticks possibly or issues with their body. Um, where it's like they possibly got headaches or they dealt with that or they were seer, like these old ritualistic practices, and it's like the more you watch them realize why they did this. Like if they were around a person, I'm seeing if they were around a person that they didn't really like, they would rub their arm or be like, go give me that heat pack, go give me. But it wasn't just ice in there, it was something else in there. This is like some old school um working magic, healing magic, root magic, herbalistic magic. Yeah, it's like that's why I'm also like I'm feeling it on my head, but I'm also seeing it because it's like they're like, go grab this. My, my grandma used to say, go grab ginger and rub it over your head. and put vinegar in a bag and wrap it around your feet if you're sick, and it'll drain everything. So, like I said, it's these old. That's what my grandmother, like, she taught me a lot of things. She taught us a lot of things. So it's like if you watch them, if you're around them long enough, or you were, or possibly were raised around them, it's like this spiritual energy that flows so effortlessly into what they do in the physical, that if you're not paying attention, if you're not watching it, or if you don't know, you'll miss it. You won't catch on to it. You won't recognize that this is spirit in motion. And so when you're around this energy, they could have been a lot older than you really had to. They definitely were a lot older than you. I'm not saying nobody else, but older people. When you're in the older energy, they don't want to be called old. It's that older energy. But it's this energy, these subtle things that they do to keep themselves either protected, to keep their energy warded, to keep the blessings flowing in. I'm hearing they did a lot of truth spells. I'm hearing they did a lot of truth spells in the family. They could have also been one of those people that kind of just sit back and watch things unfold, and then they added information, and it feels like they added fuel to the fire, but they just added truth to the lies of the fire, and that's what ignited things. So they could have shook things up, but they also was able to level things back down and balance things back out because they brought that up. They were an unearther, truth revealer, a healer, a seer. They knew how to protect, but not saying you didn't have warriors, but this is not like a warrior fighter. There are like some ancestral spiritual energies where like warrior fighter. They just knew how to do, like I said, certain things to keep the water and the protection up, but they weren't. They knew who and what to call on for that. You know, they knew how to shake off energy quite quickly and easily. It's just these things that they did. And then you kind of slightly pick them up and you notice the repercussions of that. And you're like, why am I doing this? And you know how I like to say things around here. You only feel like repercussions of a word is bad is because that's only what you experience. That's why they say consequences. Consequences, I don't want consequences. Everybody wants consequences. If you're working, you want consequences of getting paid for it. If you love somebody, you want the reciprocation. Then what's the consequence of getting that love back? Consequences is just the play out. It's the effect. It's the after. And I feel like I'm explaining that because, like I said, they would drop gems and knowledge. They would change your way of thinking. Could have been a grand aunt, a grand uncle, a grandma, a grandpa. It's somebody that is significantly older, and they help raise you in a way that made you not just accept everything, but also not get so easily involved and invested in everybody's life and in everything. And it's crazy because they possibly were the glue or held things together, but they taught you how to do it in a way without being so actively engaged, like being immersed, thank you, and suffocating in that. So that's why they would do certain things like, go give me this. So it's like, I'm not taking on that energy. I'm not taking, because it's like, no, no, no. So yeah, you definitely got some old forces watching over you. Prayer is still working in effect. Things that you do, just like, hey, this is just what I was taught, or this is what my grandma did after this, or this is what my uncle, did, or that's why I'm also seeing a pie, because it's like they would bake something or they would cook something, but like, why? But pie was very significant, but they would like definitely bake or cook something. When you would say something, you'd be talking about something. Like, eat that, shut up and say, take that, shut up and that. They made you be aware of a lot of things. You can be a seer too, an observer, a truther. It's almost like they were training you without even training you, or even possibly realizing that they were training you. And you didn't even realize that you were taught any information, or that you picked up anything. You pretty much, I don't want to say pretty much, but you got a lot of the ancestral ones. You got the wine cork, which is the offering cork essentially. So you could have an altar, you could do ancestral veneration, you could have named a business after someone, or you could do certain things, like I said, consciously, unconsciously, that they did that's keeping them alive. But it's with this thing where it's like your offerings are right next to and in the midst of who you are and how you operate. And so it's like your offerings have been received, whether that's even singing or dancing or going out and enjoying and experiencing life. People don't realize that you are the first offering because it's your intention and attention that creates the worth and the value of those offerings. That you can also have been told to buy or make a pie. Pie is very significant. If they want to ask for the pie, just give them the goddamn pie. Skim the motherfucking pie, please. Okay? Or eat the pie. I don't know. Pie is very significant. It keeps coming out. So your offerings have been working, your praise have been working, your conversations with them have been working, your attention, your thoughts, they have been noticing because you have been doing this since you were young, knowingly and unknowingly. Anytime you're around them or talking to them or with them, you're able to do that. That's why I say tell everybody, like, you know you're the first altar, right? Because what happens in your situation when you can't set up an altar, light the candle, and get the cloth, and then you can't do that. You still need to communicate. If I can't communicate without needing excessive and external tools and things, I say, then was I really connected in the first place? And you are. Because we also got the smoke filter coming in. Your communication has been so clear. The filter has been coming in, the communication, the vibe, the understanding, the way that you guys work and flow. It's just like, I don't know why I do it. I just know why I do it. You know, so clear. Sentience can be a thing. Yeah, your communication. I'm hearing mediumship can be very important. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, I found it. I thought it was. I don't know why I would do that when I knew I just did a toss. That's that you have the pointed arrow, but without the, it's just the arrow itself, which I call the arrow purpose, the point of purpose, where you going. And the fact that I thought it was something else and I flicked it, like I will like flicked it on the floor so I can vacuum it later. That's typically how I think about things. Don't worry about how I clean. I just do what I flick. Anyways, it's the point to arrow. And they was like, you may have felt like you lost your purpose or didn't know what you were doing, or didn't feel like you were doing things right, or maybe you didn't feel like your rituals or practices or prayers have been working or do work, or maybe feel like you don't have a strong connection or strong spiritual gifts. It's like maybe at one point, but once you realize what you were showing away is what you should be enhancing, what you should be working with, what you should be communicating with, how you should be acting, that's where you got that clarity of communication coming in. That's why you're able to hear things that are unheard, see things that are unseen, feel things that are unfelt, understand things that are understood, speak things that are not supposed to be spoken, but they need to be spoken. That's why I said you also are a truther. Shay, we have the instance coming in here. Clearing out space, clearing out energy, which is also a communication coming again, but it's allowing it to come in without any borders, without any bounds. Excuse me, I'm so sorry if you're in headphones. Without any restrictions. It's allowing you to see things from all perspectives in ways, not allowing your ego to get in the way, not allowing your, you don't allow yourself to get stagnant. Which is funny because if you can see, I have been continuously moving the goddamn wand. You don't allow yourself to be stagnant or stay in a stagnant place because of that clarity that you're always getting and understanding. And not saying that you don't know how to rest, because you do, because you also have the ruby heart, not the rose, the ruby heart coming in here, which is about self-preservation, self-understanding, protection. It is about abundance. It is about a rebirth. And it's about stability and finances and home and within self. And it's about that discovery. And so with that coming in right next to the purpose and the clarity, it's like all I was having to do was come back to self, restore self, reignite self, and reintroduce self. Right? We have the chakras coming in here that are face down, which is the green as well as the blue. Right? Like I said, they're telling me to flip that over. You are reopening so many things. Because before it was face down where I couldn't see the colors, tell me to flip that back over. We'll flip it over in the first place. But you are seeing so many things and understanding so many things. They, you are very, possibly a visual learner or an experienced learner. Sag, Gemini, Virgo, all the earth signs actually is what I'm getting. Capricorn, Taurus. Very just go. Yeah, those are the signs I'm picking up. Sag, all the earth signs, and Gemini, which is funny because those are the sister signs. So it's this inquisitiveness. But the more that you discover yourself, the more that you become more rooted and grounded in self and what you know and what you understand, and the connection to the unknown, to the veil, to the in between, to the other side. It's like I don't need too much. See, I'm gonna take up how much we're doing this hand. It's like I don't need too much. Some things are distracting me to the point where I can't even get the messages. And so you realizing you're getting rid of people, you're getting rid of thoughts, you're getting rid of habits, you're getting rid of shame, you're getting rid of things that hold back your heart space, that hold back your throat chakra, and you're allowing yourself to speak. And that's why I said you are the first offering, because what you are doing, whether that's being like, you know what, I am going to follow my dreams of being a dancer. And you don't even know that you're great. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even realize how much we're healing and growing and breaking through in that, and offering so much to them to experience and live and to bless and to protect and continues to be in your life and teach, and you allow yourself to learn, to grow, to express, to live, is leading to so much more. Right? We have the horseshoe coming in here, the horseshoe of luck, of good energy, of good balance, of reassurance. But also horseshoes, depending on which way you put it, is also protection, warning off evil energies and entities. Like I said, those prayers are still working, those movements are still working, those rituals, that altar, that veneration, that non-separation of self from self, any of that, it's the collaboration is found. So with this coming in right in between more chakra energy, which is root chakra, sacral chakra, bless me, and auric energy, clear quartz energy. They have me flipped it over too, because right then the only thing that was flipped over was the root chakra. You're starting to get stable in yourself. Root chakra is, that's why I was only getting earth, not only, but all the earth signs, is because that is also root chakra energy, that earth energy. Knowing that you have a stable place, that you are not feeling fear just to feel fear, and recognizing, and you know what I'm saying? It's being grounded and rooted in logic and understanding and depth, and realizing that once I plant seeds, they will grow. And that's leading to being able to be expressive, being more vulnerable, being more sure of your emotions and why they're leading you a certain way, why your intuition is pulling you here, why you want to say this, why you're feeling this, why you know not to go here, why you need to make that fucking pie. Really need to make the fucking pie. And so with this clear course energy, clear course amplifies. And it's almost like, I like to call it the white candle of crystals. It's gonna take on anything that you decide to put into it. If you ain't got obsidian, it can become obsidian. If you ain't got the malachite, it can become because it's gonna take on whatever intention you decide to put into that and amplify it. So it's amplifying your security within yourself and allowing yourself to express that security that you have discovered. So you also have, that's why I said you had a lot of ancestral energy, the seeds, the actual fucking seeds. You got one that came together. Like I said, this is you and your ancestors. The ones that are fused together is like you move with your ancestors, and your ancestors move with you. You guys, this communication, the way that you do things, is to stop patterns. Like I said, you notice what they were doing. Like, why do they do that? And you may be asking, maybe some of y'all didn't get told our way and they were just like, just watch. Just pay attention. Some of you, they sat down. Some of you, like I said, it's this connection that's right next to the lower two level chakras, with it being right next to it, and then with it having its own seed, your own seed, where it's saying, yes, you are doing things for us, but you are also doing things for yourself. And that will always be doing something for us, because that's the reason. That's the purpose. That's the goal. Is to always liberate, express, dive in to the lineage, to the bloodline. The final thing that you have, which is hilarious because it's on the other side of my, literally, everything is on one side. Everything I just read, and then the habanero is on this side. Don't get caught up in how quickly things start working out for you. Because everything is on the other side. It may feel like on the other side of yourself. I feel like some people may try to make you feel that way, especially if you're going to inherit something. Definitely somebody's going to inherit something, take on something, get trusted with something. But don't be afraid what's on the other side of the quickness of your life being manifested. I'm hearing there's a okay, swear. There's a reason a Great Wall of China is still standing. It's quite hard to penetrate. Maybe that's a message for somebody. Okay. Of course that's a message for somebody. What the fuck? Bitch. Anyhow, anyway. It's coming in quick. And it's not in a separation of yourself. The fact that my bell is in between and it's on the other side of my cleansing bell, my realigning bell. It's like everything is always aligned with you and for you. And you're never separated from spirit, and spirit is never separate from you. And even when you feel like you may lose direction, you may lose your path or sweep gifts to the side or whatever it is, it's like it's always going to come back to you. So don't be surprised how quick it has come, especially since essentially you got all the chakras kind of, except for yellow. You feel me? But you're living either way it goes. You're activating either way it goes. You're setting things up either way it goes. So do not be surprised how quickly spirit, ancestors, the universe has been conspiring and shaking things up in your favor. And that's also why they said those words. Because conspiring, some people like, you're trying to convince me, they're conspiring for you. Conspiring for you. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Somebody just pulled up. Okay. But yeah, that's the message. Your ancestors is working. So do not be surprised, Ashe, how quickly this comes in. Because there are some people that may question it. There are some people that may watch it. But I'm hearing there's... You got some younger ones under you in the family that are already watching you the way that you used to watch your great grandma or your grandma, your grandpa, your great grandpa, your great aunt or uncle, like your older sibling, whatever it is. It's like this older energy. You are embodying that, and that's why spirit, because that was your higher self. And that's what they said. Don't call me old. That was your higher self speaking. Don't call me old. I'm not old yet. I'm just taking on the old energy that I've been working with and watching and and integrating. So I love that for you guys. The channel message, the charm throw, it just speaks to how destined you are for your continued greatness, your continued use and amplification of power. And growth, my battery's on 10%. So rest when you need to, take time when you need to. Everything is working out exactly as it needs to, because everything is so aligned and divine. But I love you. My name is Latisse. I do readings on here as well as you can book readings with me down below. As well as channel messages and ancestral energies and dream decipherings as well. Check out my podcast. But with that being said, done, cultivated, and created. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so the channel can thrive. That was off key, but sometimes I'm on key. Anywho, on the way. With that being said, and done, I love you. Love yourselves more. Until next time.